What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed it for the most part. I'm happy that Finn, Jackie, Chase, Gregory, they all sat down. They had a family dinner, and they finally, decided to move forward as a family and try to move forward, try to make it work. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I love the speech that Gregory gave. You know what I mean? And he just let them know that they are a good family. Despite the secrets, despite the lies, they've had a good family. They've been a good family. They had a lot of laughter over the years. You know what I mean? And he doesn't want to lose that. They have a lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for. One of them being is the fact that Gregory has a granddaughter, something he never thought he would probably have. And guess what? He has it now, and he just wants to move forward with the family. He doesn't want the family to go their separate ways. He doesn't want them to be split up and never speak to each other. That's not what he wants. And I'm glad that they all were receptive to that. You know what I mean? Like they just look like one big happy family. I really do hope that Finn goes ahead with that second DNA test though. I hope he does, so that way they can, really get over things. Cause I know they will, but it's gonna be a little awkward. But if the truth comes out, then I'm sure that'll make things a lot better for them. Um, that damn Peter had to come and ruin it, bastard. This idiot freaking made a waiter put some type of drug in Finn's drink because the waiter was having issues, I guess, with parole or whatever. He was on parole or whatever, and Peter promised that he could fix his little parole officer problem if he put that vial of drugs in Finn's drink. So when he gave them all their drinks, before Finn or anybody can drink anything, Jackie was like, "Oh, y'all remember the game we used to play where we put all of our drinks on the Lazy Susan and spin it around and see what drink we all got?" I said no. No. I was like, don't play this game. Don't do this. Please don't play this game. And when they spun it around and they all picked up their drinks, I said no. No, no. I said no, Gregory, no, Chase. Jackie, none, don't drink. I honestly feel like Gregory got the tainted drink. I could be wrong, but I think he might have got it. I think he got the drink that was tainted. I hope none of them did. I hope that waiter had some sense, but ain't no telling what was in that vial that Peter gave him. Um, I was just like, absolutely not. I was so disappointed. I said, why Peter always got to ruin something with his little narrow self? He always has to freaking ruin something. I was enjoying that little family bonding moment, and he had to come fuck it up. Little peanut head self. So anyway, moving on from that. Speaking of Peter, Anna and Finn pretty much know that I mean, not Anna and Finn, and Anna and Valentine, they know that they have to do something to shut Peter down because they want to see him locked up. Um, Peter basically comes over there and tells them that he's willing to give them a fresh start. He's willing to offer them a fresh start at this point, and that it would be in their best interest to take it. And I'm glad Anna said it because it's true. That sounded like a threat, and it was basically telling them that if they don't take his offer, all hell gonna break loose. Basically, he's gonna come for them. Um, so they, of course, they're not gonna take that offer. So Peter was like, "Oh, okay, that was a stupid move." So they ended up calling Peter back over there, and they pulled out guns on him. I said, because my thing is, they're gonna have to do something drastic at this point. They have to do something now before he strikes first. I mean, he's already, striking Finn. Who's to say who's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already making moves. He got Jason in jail. He got Jason sitting in Pentonville. He's going after Finn. He's gonna go after, anybody at this point who he feels is a threat or who he feels betrayed him. So my thing is I'm glad they did pull guns out on his monkey ass. Do something, cause he's gonna come for y'all, so y'all better get him first. I hope they got a plan behind pulling them guns out, because I honestly don't think Valentine or Anna are gonna shoot him, but they're gonna do something. Question is what? But Peter, man, he got to go. He's doing too much. Like, he is getting away with way too much. Um, and Scott went to go see Jason. Basically, well, he went to go see Laura and let her know that he feel like Peter is the one. He knows that Peter is the one who killed Franco and not Jason. But Laura was being rational. She was being practical. She was like, okay, that's your theory, but the evidence is pointing to Jason. But I'm like, there's not really much evidence. All you have is tainted witnesses. That's all you have. So Scott went to go see Jason and let him know, like, I know you didn't do this, and he was like, shit, whatever you need, I got you. I'm willing to help you. Um, Jason pretty much wants Scott to continue to look after, Jake. Make sure Jake is good, he's protected. And Scott was like, I got you. I'm gonna make sure he good. Um, but Jason knows that Peter, he's been running on pure luck so far. Like, he's been doing a good job of covering shit up, but Jason was like, no, that's gonna come to an end. At some point soon, it's gonna come to an end. Carly, little simple, but I understand she's willing to move heaven and earth to get Jason out, but I agree with Jason. Giving Florence back now, that would be stupid, because you can't trust Cyrus. You can't trust his word. You know what I'm saying? His word don't mean shit. Can't trust nothing. I think Carly, is nuts. I understand Carly's scared. She not only got threatened by Peter, but now she has to deal with Peter. She has to deal with Cyrus. She has to deal with the 5 families. She's dealing with all of this alone. But I'm like, you know what? Carly can handle this. I feel like she can handle it. There's no way she's been married on and off to Sonny all these years and didn't learn anything about his business or how he would do things or how he would move. You had to have learned something. You're not around somebody like that for all these years and not pick up on something. Carly's a lot more brave and strong than she gives herself credit for. And even though she pisses me off sometimes, I do feel like Carly got this. I feel like she can handle this. It sucks that she has to handle it without Jason, but use Sonny and Jason's authority to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jason's locked up, but you still got guards. You still got backup. You still got men. You know what I'm saying? Bring them to the meeting. You know what I'm saying? Show up and be a boss. You know what I'm saying? If she does that, the 5 families will take her serious. Cyrus will have no choice but to take her serious if he hasn't already. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was the one who came up with the idea to snatch his mother, so he better take her serious, because obviously Carly's about that life. She just need to show it. Like, Carly's about that, and I think Carly just needs to get that courage from within to handle this until Jason can get out. But I think giving Cyrus what he wants is a badass move. Speaking of dumbass decisions, Nicholas continues to annoy me. Like, he is such a fool. Like, he is playing a dangerous game right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's sitting there trying to talk to Martin and, tell Martin, oh, I'll put in a good word for Laura, and, whatever. I'm like, Nicholas, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am so freaking happy that Laura and Ava had that conversation, because you know what? Laura feels like she can try and do something as mayor because she knows the warden at Pentonville. Maybe she could put in a word. She's not promising anything, but maybe she could put in a word to try to help Alexis. Maybe put her in solitary, so that way she's not in general population. Nobody can get to her. She can do something. You know what I'm saying? Pull some type of strings. But she needs Ava to get Nicholas together. You know what I'm saying? She needs Ava to pull Nicholas, reel him in, because he's making stupid moves at this point. Giving Cyrus what he wants in the name of protecting your family is going to do more harm to your family than good. Because once Cyrus gets what he wants, I agree with Ava. Once Cyrus gets Nicholas under his thumb, he's going to use Nicholas. He's going to use him until he can't use him no more. That's all he's going to do. Because all he has to constantly do is threaten him with Alexis. That's all he has to do whenever he wants something. And boom, he got you. He did the same thing with Jordan. Same thing. He gave her TJ back and all that stuff, but guess what? He still kept her under his thumb because he always threatened TJ. That's what Cyrus does. He gives you what you want as to say, well, I kept my word, but he's never going to go away. He's going to continue to use what you love against you. And Nicholas is so dumb. You would think he was smarter than this. Like, you've dealt with Helena Cassadine. You've dealt with all these crazy ass people, powerful people. You should know the game by now. And the fact that he's making these rookie moves, like, come on now, Nicholas. You are much smarter than this. Way smarter. Think, boy. Like, just, oh my goodness. I'm like, where is your inner Cassadine? Like, I understand Laura doesn't want him to go to that dark side, but shit, sometimes going to the dark side is your way out. Sometimes, because you know what? When you're dealing with somebody like Cyrus, all it takes is for you to go crazy one time. And I think that's what Nicholas and everybody need to do. This is what I said the other day. They all need to band together. They all have power. From Jason to Carly to Laura, Nicholas, Ava. If they all combine said power and connections that they have, they can shut these problems down. Peter, he can be shut down. Cyrus, he can be shut down. Y'all all got power. Y'all all got money. Use it. What the hell is the point of having all these contacts, connections, and big last names if you're not going to use any of it? Use it. Are you crazy? Use that shit. That's what come on. What the hell have y'all been doing all these years? So you mean to tell me all these years you've been building up the Corinthos last name, the Morgan last name, the Cassadine last name, the Jerome name, all these names, Weber, Spencer, Quartermain, all these names, all this money, all this influence, and you got two idiots to deal with, and you mean to tell me you can't get rid of these two? Really? They better than me. Oh, they better than me. This is why they need me on this show. I would shut it down. I would come through Port Charles like in a blaze of glory. I would shut it down. It just, logically, it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? To have all of them combine their power. Because I feel like that's what they need to do. Unite. These are two men. You can't take down two men. Granted, they're two smart men, but come on. All of y'all can't take down these two. Y'all having that much problem. Get it together. So anyway, I was happy though, because Laura got her flowers from Spencer. He wants her to come to his graduation. Question is Nicholas and Ava invited to the graduation? I doubt it. Wishful thinking, but one can hope. So anyway, moving on from that. I understand where Jocelyn is coming from. Jocelyn is pushing herself way too hard at volleyball because she wants this scholarship. She wants to get into, well, not just a scholarship, but she wants to get into this university. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is her top university. She wants to get in there. Mind you, Jax and Carly have the means to get her into this school. Not just money, but hell, they got the connections. They got the power. They can ring, pick up the phone. All they got to do is make a phone call. And that girl is in that school. She wouldn't have to be on the wait list. But I respect Jocelyn's decision. I do. I think that's an admirable choice. She doesn't want to use her parents' connections. She wants to get in there on her own merit. Here's my thing. I respect her choice. I somewhat agree with her choice. But then again, I somewhat don't. And the reason I say that is because when you have relatives or a parent or whatever that works hard to open up doors for their kids, it doesn't make you less of a man or a woman to walk through those doors that they work their ass off to open up for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gets anywhere in life by themselves all the time. There's nothing wrong with getting help. You know what I'm saying? Get the help to get in the door. Now, what you do once you're in that door it's entirely up to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think Jocelyn should do. If your mom and dad have the contacts to get you into that school, use it. Get into that school, but work your ass off to show them why you're there. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with walking through a door. We've all had that. Well, I ain't gonna say all, but a lot of us have. where we had relatives that worked at a particular job and they got us hired at that job. But you know what? We went into that job with that connection, but we worked our asses off to stay there and get better and get a better promotion and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect, what she's trying to do, but there's nothing wrong with using those contacts. Um, Carly, I understood where she was coming from with Elizabeth today, like, but I just feel like it was poor timing. Her daughter is in the ER. Yes, it's a sprain, it's not major, but still, why take that time to sit there and say, oh, Elizabeth, can I talk to you out there for a second? I thought she was going to talk to her about Jocelyn and the foot, her ankle, and all that. No. Oh, so just to let you know, um, while Jocelyn was here and all that, and when I got texted to come here, I was with Jason at Pentonville. I'm like, Carly, you really gonna pick now to do this? Your daughter is in there. Go tend to your child. Now's not the time to talk about Jason and getting Elizabeth to help you. Um, because she wants Elizabeth to basically go to the PCPD and tell them the truth. Basically tell them that she know that Jason didn't do this. I understand where Carly's coming from. She's desperate to get Jason out of there, but because she basically told Elizabeth, I don't want you to lie. I want you to tell them what you really saw. You know what I'm saying? No BS, no nothing. Just tell them what you saw. Um, I understand what Carly's doing because think about it. If this thing goes to trial or whatever, the whole reason the PCPD was really like angling for Jason was based off majority of what Elizabeth was saying because Elizabeth was the main one running around accusing him. Which got the ball rolling and he got arrested and then it was, Gladys with her foolish self. But I get where Carly coming from. I just think it was poor timing. But I hate that she tried to use Jake, talking about what his own son believes that he's innocent. I was like, Carly, don't do that. Don't Carly don't give a damn. She will bring up your child. She will bring up whoever to get her point across and to get you to tap dance. Carly don't care. Carly is Carly. I mean, like I said, I understand it, but it was just poor timing. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you on Monday. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you all later. Peace.